Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to my Fallout New Vegas unique melee weapons guide. This guide will showcase and explain how to get each unique weapon that falls under the category of melee weapons. This guide is for the vanilla weapons only and does not feature any of the DLC unique weapons, as I will be going over them and their armors in their own respective video. As always, there are timestamps in the description if you wish to skip to a particular weapon, but without further ado, let's get into the video. First up is the Blade of the East. This is a unique bumper sword and can be found wielded by Legate Linnaeus during the final battle if siding with the NCR, Yes Man or Mr. House. The weapon has an increase in damage from 32 to 65, however has a decrease in its crit damage from 32 to 30. The weapon also has a unique effect of dealing an additional 2 points of damage over 10 seconds. The weapon also has a unique mauler attack which has the potential to knock enemies down for the cost of 9 more action points, however only does 50% damage. Be aware that you only have a limited time with this weapon, as the game will end shortly after acquiring the weapon. Next up is Chance's Knife. This is a unique version of a combat knife and is found within Chance's grave just north of Goodsprings. Head north until you come close to the tribal village. On top of a cliff in an unmarked grave will be the knife. You will need a shovel within your inventory in order to loot the weapon. The weapon has an increase in damage and crit damage from 15 to 22, and the weapon also has a unique backslash attack dealing 70% damage, however costs 3 fewer action points. Next up is Chopper. This is a unique version of a cleaver and is found within the farmhouse at Wolfhorn Ranch. Head inside and it can be found on the stove. The weapon has an increase in damage and crit damage from 7 to 14. Chopper also has a higher crit chance from 1 to 2. The weapon also has a special backslash attack dealing 70% damage at the cost of 5 fewer action points. Next up is Figaro. This is a unique version of a straight razor and is found on the person of Sergio within the King's School of Impersonation within Freeside. You can acquire this weapon by either reverse pickpocketing the weapon or killing Sergio and looting the weapon from his corpse. Figaro has an increase in damage from 5 to 8 as well as an increase in crit damage from 10 to 16. Additionally, its crit chance has been doubled from 2 to 4 as well as having a decrease in its action points from 18 to 17. The weapon also has a slightly higher weapon health from 75 to 90. The weapon also has a special backslash attack dealing 70% damage at the cost of 3 fewer action points. Next up is Knock Knock. This is a unique version of a fire axe and can be found within Camp Searchlight. You will need to start the quest Wheel of Fortune by speaking to Logan within the NCR storage area. After helping Logan, he will give you the key to the fire station where the weapon resides. Head into the bathrooms and in one of the bathroom stalls will be the weapon. Knock Knock has an increase in damage from 55 to 66 as well as a crit damage increase from 27 to 33. Additionally, its AP cost has been slightly decreased from 22 to 21, however comes at the cost of a lower weapon health from 200 to 110. The weapon also has a special mauler attack dealing 50% damage at the cost of 5 fewer action points, however has the chance to knock targets down. Next up is Liberator. This is a unique version of a machete and can be found within Nelson. The weapon is carried by Dead Sea and can either be given to the player after completing the quest We Are Legion or by killing him and looting the weapon from his corpse. The weapon has a damage and crit damage increase from 11 to 18. Liberator also has a crit chance increase from 1.5 to 3 as well as an action point decrease from 20 to 18. The weapon also has a slight increase in its weapon health from 50 to 75. The weapon also has a special backslash attack dealing 70% damage at the cost of 3 fewer action points. Next up is Nephi's Golf Driver. This is a unique version of a 9-iron and is carried by driving a 5 to the southwest of New Vegas. If you start the quest Free Card Bounty by talking to Major Darktree within Camp McCarran, you will have driving a 5's location on your map. The weapon has a damage and crit damage increase from 17 to 30 as well as a slightly higher crit chance from 1 to 1.2. The weapon also has a slightly lower weight from 3 to 1 as well as a slightly lower AP cost from 22 to 21. However, this comes at the cost of a lower weapon health from 60 to 50. The weapon also has a special 4 attack dealing the same amount of damage at the cost of 4 more action points but will always knock a target down. Next up is Oh Baby. This is a unique version of a super sledge and can be found within the Charleston Cave. Head inside and follow the cave around until you get to an open area with a dead nightkin. Next to its corpse will be the weapon. The weapon has an increase in damage from 70 to 80 as well as a crit damage increase from 35 to 40. Its AP cost has also been decreased from 38 to 35. The weapon also has a special mauler attack dealing 50% damage at the cost of 8 more action points, however has the chance to knock targets down. The final weapon is the Humble Cudgel. This is a unique version of a lead pipe and can be found within the sealed sewers. Head into the central sewers outside Camp McCarran and make your way through the sewers and loot a key from either Blind Luke or Sweet Jill. After grabbing the key, enter the sealed sewers and the weapon can be found on a dead prospector. The weapon has a damage and crit damage increase from 22 to 26. The weapon also has a decrease in its AP cost from 24 to 21. The weapon also has a weapon health increase from 50 to 75. Additionally, it has a unique lights out attack that does 125% damage at the cost of 9 more action points. And there we have all of the unique melee weapons within Fallout New Vegas. I hope you found this video helpful, and as always, thank you for watching.